Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I don't know about y'all, but we've had, spring-like temps here for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. And now suddenly it's winter again. So I want something comforting, filling, and hot. This is one of the easiest things you can make, especially if you've never cooked before, because there's very little you have to do. We're going to make cheesy chicken broccoli casserole. You're going to need a cup or cup and a half of shredded cheddar cheese. Use whatever you want. You can use the bag if you want to. I'll always recommend you shred your own. If you got it, or you can easily get it, you want a 12-ounce bag of frozen broccoli florets, or you can do pieces and stems. It doesn't matter. I got some chicken tenders out of my freezer that I'm going to chop up. You need 1 large egg. You need 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, salt and pepper. You need a tablespoon of onion powder, or you can use a 1/4 cup of finely diced onion. 1/2 cup of mayo or 1/2 cup of sour cream, whatever you got. I have them both, but I have plenty of mayo, so I'm going to go ahead and use mayo. And finally, I will always promote these because I love them. Pecorino Romano seasoned breadcrumbs. If you don't have breadcrumbs or you can't find them at the grocery store and you got some Ritz crackers on hand, just crush you up a tube of Ritz crackers. Doesn't matter, you can use any flavor that you want. It'll just make it taste even better. So, first thing I'm going to do is move all this out of the way. We're going to shred our cheese, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it in the fridge. So let me clean my mess up. Okay, this is as much as I'm using. You can use more. You can use up to 2 cups if you like it really cheesy. This takes about 30 seconds, y'all. For anybody who thinks it's, a pain to shred cheese, it doesn't take long at all. See how pretty that is? And it melts so... It's not that the cheddar cheese in the bag is bad. It's that it's covered in like this plastic stuff. So it doesn't stick together. And it just makes it so hard for it to melt right. So... Alright, I know you don't want to hear this noise. I'm going to finish this. Be right back. How much cheese we ended up with? We got a good bit. We'll see if it all fits. See how it sticks together? Yeah, so anyway, it's going in the fridge. Also, I failed to tell you, you need an 8x8. I'll use a deep one. And we're going to butter this to make sure nothing sticks. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get our little stuff mixed up into our bowl. You want to use a big bowl. Can of cream of mushroom. Nice. Mayo. I should probably measure this out, but I'm not going to bother. Anyway, you need a 1/2 cup. A little bit more. I'd say that's a 1/2 cup. Now some pepper. How much is entirely up to you. Gonna add some salt. This is sea salt, so now let's get this mixed together. Okay. Egg. almost forgot I'm about to mess up. Doesn't matter if I put this in first, but you need an entire tablespoon of onion powder, not salt, powder. I think just for the heck of it, also, I'm gonna add just a little sprinkle of garlic powder. You don't have to do that, but just a little bit. I don't think you can ever have too much flavor in something. Oh, that smells good. Okay. Sorry, I'm sure that doesn't sound good in your ear. Okay. Right now I'm freezing. It's about 40 degrees here in Mississippi. See my chunk size? You want to kind of make sure you get them all about the same. Make sure they kind of all cook up at the same time. You don't want any dried out meat. You could also, if you don't want to fool with this, you could get a rotisserie chicken. But again, you're going to want to make sure you cut the pieces in, you know, kind of the same size. Since it's already cooked, you definitely don't want that drying out. I'm not putting a ton of chicken in here, but I really like chicken in my broccoli casserole. So, and this takes seconds to do, y'all. I mean, you can make a heck of a meal for your family and just... If I wasn't recording this, it would have taken me about 10 minutes flat. And that's including getting everything out of the fridge and shredding the cheese. As always, y'all, I have my sink water over here running, my dishwater. As soon as I get this in the oven, I'm going to wash everything so that when my meal is ready, the only thing I'm going to dirty up is the 8x8 and a spoon and a fork and the plate that I'm going to eat off of. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like washing dishes after I've filled my stomach. If you wash as you go, it makes everything so much easier. Okay. I probably should have added a little bit more chicken, but this is good enough. All right. Here comes the fun stuff. Perfect timing. Here's our broccoli. Look, y'all can attempt to do this all in the 8x8, but I always make a mess, and then I have burnt stuff all around the edges, so I just prefer mixing it all up in a bowl and then pouring it in. Okay, everything's nicely covered. Here comes the cheese, my favorite part. Well, one of my favorite parts. If you don't like cheese, you don't have to add it. You can use 20 ounces of frozen broccoli instead of the 12 that I used. And if you need to make this for more than 4 people, 5 people, just use 2 bags of frozen broccoli and say like 2.5 chicken breasts, and use the whole 2 cups of cheddar, and you can use 8x10 to bake this up in. And I'll keep the rest of this. So that's a good bit of cheese. I'm gonna keep the rest of that for omelet or something. Okay, beautiful to me. 8x8. Butter. Make sure you get the sides real good. Alright, now here we go. Oh, this bowl is quite heavy. I don't think I can one-hand it. Okay, now I can. Yes, see how this comes up in the 8x8, so you definitely want to use a deep one. Get you a spatula, make sure you get all the goodies out. Sorry, y'all. Oh, that's heavy. Okay, yeah, my hands ain't big enough to be one hand in that bowl. Another piece of cheese that wants to get away. All right. Flatten this out. I'll clean it up with a napkin here in a second. Come on. Here we go. Now this is a half a cup. You may not use all of this. You may use more. Again, it's up to you. If you've ever had these breadcrumbs, if you're like me, you might even use more. They're just so good. You might use, okay, I don't think I'm going to use all these at all. So let's say, instead of a half a cup of breadcrumbs, a quarter cup. Yeah, I definitely don't need a half a cup. That is plenty. In the oven she goes, 45 minutes to 1 hour. What you want to watch for is all the way around the edges are bubbling, and hopefully you'll see some little bubbles coming up in here in the middle. Then you'll know for sure it's done. Depends on your oven. Might take 45 minutes, might take the whole hour. But again, 350 Fahrenheit, I believe that's 180 Celsius. And like I said, rephrase the 1/2. You only need a quarter cup, or crush you up some Ritz crackers. I'll see y'all in an hour. Cannot wait. Very, very hot. Just took it out of the oven. I'm going to let this sit here for about 5 minutes. Not that it'll do any good, but I'm ready. My mouth's watering. See y'all in just a second. Super, super hot. In fact, let me use a pot holder. Pretty sure that's a big chunk of chicken right there. Mm. Mm-hmm. Make this, guys. You won't regret it. Now, if you like yours thicker, now normally if I'm making just a regular broccoli casserole, I do use 20 ounces of broccoli. So almost 2 full bags. You could probably get away with adding, say, another cup of mayo and using the whole of 2 bags. But I like mine really creamy when I add the chicken. But if you like your thicker, then just go ahead and add 20 ounces of the broccoli. So hot, I'm sure y'all can see the smoke. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Seasoning is perfect. Plenty of chicken in here. It's cheesy. Those breadcrumbs are just amazing. You want something hot and comforting and something that will taste, if you have any left, which you may not, but if you do, when you eat it tomorrow, it will taste even better than it does now. So good, y'all. I'll put everything in the description for you. Thank y'all for being here, and I'll see you really soon with a dessert.